play of the game from way down.
Silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bombs Nico gonna find Rainer.
Oh, the life finder keeps Maya up. It was going to be a close thing.
And healing, what? Get out of no! No!
Triple stun again. Big flanks coming out from the Blaze.
It's a death metal though.
Death metal into the double, triple kill.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's see. Tell them to start. We're starting it up. Oh my God, tabbing through all the different things. Starting up now. Good luck. So we're gonna start the game. Welcome back. We are starting a C West game between Almost Legends Obsidian and Can't Counterpick Stupid. I'm your host, Aero. I'm joined by Butte Holiday this evening.
Hi.
I love that just like putting my arm forward makes it look like I'm pointing at you. This is perfect. Right over there, see? Other way. I'm the other way. There you go. Yeah, exactly. You gotta thumb a ride over here, basically, right?
This is like the Div C emote with the guns.
There you go. I think that's a Bahamut emoji, but yeah. So anyways, quick look at the maps. Did I get that set correctly? I did. So bans on Braxis and Sky Temple coming out from Obsidian. The Can't Counterpick Stupid banning Alterac and BOE. Quick check on the standings, which I did not highlight. So I'm going to do that here right now. So we've got Can't Counterpick Stupid sitting at third place. And we have Almost Legends Obsidian sitting in sixth place. Bam, all of a sudden, they're purple. Highlighted.
Boom. Ana ban. Man, we're seeing a lot of Ana bans. It makes me really sad, I'm not gonna lie. But you know what? Worth a ban, I guess.
I mean, she can be brutal.
Can't counterpick stupid. Banning all. Deckard. Oh my gosh. And Daddy Deckard gets a ban. Love to see it.
CCS does not like old people.
Yeah, what the heck? This is ageist. I have to.
What's going on here?
Reportable offense. I mean, I'm, you know, I don't know much about either of these teams, but are they trying to choke out the healer here?
I mean, it would seem
Lucy.
reasonable.
Oh. This is for you, Rek. I know you're not here, but this is a Lucio.
So ETC and Rainer. All right, so we did actually see some chat in Div C today about this exact thing, allowing the Almost Legends Obsidian to have the opportunity to play the ETC Rainer that apparently normally gets banned out. So we'll see if that strategy pays off for them, Cotton. Somebody
I'm
said that earlier.
assuming this is a meme. Li Ming ban, okay.
Volskaya. Well, you know what? I don't hate it. I'm okay with the Li Ming ban, as well as the Orphea ban, both of those, for sure.
I think a lot of point poke. I think the Deckard ban is great. I mean, even if it's choking him out, I mean, he has a good map, point control. So he's a good healer. He's not used a lot, unfortunately, now. And the Rexar.
I want to send I want to send a quick shout out to Caladorn for the subscription. Much appreciated. Make sure you check out your new doggy emotes. Emojis. I don't know what the difference is between an emote and emoji, but anyways, you can make little dogs. Redaria as well coming in with the Twitch Prime subscription. Oh, that's not Redaria. That's Red Aria. Thank you very much, Red. Much appreciated. Oh my goodness, I need to set these up.
And Urel. We've seen some Sylvanas today that has just been brutal. I'm glad to see a Lucio. Had not seen a Lucio in the last couple games, so glad to see a Lucio. I think the rotations will be very, very rapid, which will be good. And a Kel'Thuzad. Oh boy.
So this is going to be some interesting spice coming out of these teams. We've got a Yrel now, which we've not seen a whole lot of. We see the Kel'Thuzad as well, which I think I've seen more bans of, which is remarkably awkward.
I don't know. I think, and people feel free to disagree, but I don't see a lot of really point control in terms of like large AoE thing. I mean, Stukov silence, yeah. You know, maybe the KTZ being able to prevent them from coming in with fear of being chained. I mean, Lucio AoE healing, maybe. I mean, it's interesting. It just doesn't seem like either team is really kind of committing to that point control comp on this map.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I mean, ETC and Rexar give him a lot of zone, though, so, you know, that's a little bit harder, I think, for a Muradin Yrel, but not that much, because Yrel does still have the presence, the ability to get around.
Uh-oh, we got some friendly banter going on already.
No doubt. So, all right. Also want to shout out to Moist Weenus. Much appreciated for the subscription. So, okay, blue team. We've got for almost Legends Obsidian. We have Indecisive on Stukov, Dallying Pig on ETC, DJ Cold Cuts on Rexar, Boggs on Raynor, and Magic Master on Kel'Thuzad.
And for Can't Counterpick Stupid, which is super true, by the way, we got Velcomer on Muradin, RTB on Sylvanas, Lunara, played by Osprey, Lucy 000, played by Wits End, and Silma, playing Yrel.
So I definitely want to see how the Yrel builds in this game. Just because it's Yrel with the changes that they made here a couple weeks ago has been an interesting hero to me. So I'm looking forward to see how this goes.
That's a lot of damage on ETC already, but Stukov's like, nah, I got you, man. No worries. No worries. Those are some quick rotations there. Just a little poke and peacing out to go top lane.
Turrets coming up. We see neither team on them yet. I expect to see some rotation here soon. Valkymer coming down to grab that soak in the middle.
Yeah, so they're sticking. So it looks like almost Legends Obsidian is kind of sticking with a 1-3-1, not really doing the mid to top rotation.
And here comes the invade, though.
Uh-oh, ETC. Stukov with a nice silence.
Yeah, quite an unfortunate chain pairing there as Sylvanas got the chain and then dove into her team. But 5v5 here, Rexar coming in from behind.
Rexar.
This could be a very big problem for CCS. Valkymer is gonna make it out, though. Barely. Silma in a bit of trouble, though. But it's Yrel, so she's gonna be okay.
Trying to finish off Stukov, and man, that was a lot of but it looks like Legends Obsidian comes out with the turret.
You know what this was? This was like waiting for Nexus Edge. Always almost there, and never quite getting that that video to show up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Lucio really low on this camp. He backs off.
This is
that looks like a double turret for almost Legends Obsidian, which is gonna be and the turret's already been dropped. Okay, well,
yeah,
that's a single turret, so that's okay. That's still an advantage. Maybe they get Sylvanas here. Nope. Sylvanas
wow.
Like, nah, bye.
That was some big balls play out of RTB there to make sure he got out of there, because ETC is a half a second faster and Sylvanas is dead.
Sylvanas, but you know what? You gotta believe, and I saw the belief in his heart.
There's no Anduin in this game. There's no leap of faith here.
It's okay. All right, objective has spawned. We got
CCS?
I won't use my term. No,
Oh.
I won't use my term for Lunara. It's not very nice.
Oh, that's... Yeah, okay, fair.
So I'm just gonna... Valkamir just like, you can't see me. You can't see me.
I'm a little bit confused about the Lunara positioning on top of her Wisp.
Yeah, she just needs a friend. Leave it alone.
Yeah, I guess, you know?
Yo, so that's Camp by Can't Counterpick Stupid already in the lane with Merc Queen, I believe. Is that Merc Queen?
Yeah, definitely Merc Queen.
It is Merc Queen, so that's going to be a lot of top pressure. They're just going to leave Sylvanas up there. Or not. They're going to...
Yeah, they have to.
Challenge that.
They definitely can't just leave that to go. Sylvanas is going to make that out.
And that's about 50% for Can't Counterpick Stupid. And Sylvanas is not in trouble. God, she is just... He likes to live on the edge, okay?
Yeah.
It's a little scary.
And
as
going
a
back in now.
support player, my heart.
70% for CCS here as ALO is coming in and Dowling Pig's going to charge in over the Licio. They do have a turret
still.
Yep, and there it goes.
I mean, they have that luxury. They can give up some percentage to let Sylvanas push, but she backs off to come potentially join the fight. They may try to get the support camp here.
And they do, which is a little aggressive without having Urel or Sylvanas. I feel like this is maybe too much too soon. And Urel coming up there, there's still a turret though.
Yeah, so. I mean, they're assuming based on the fact that the point is still counting up for Almost Legends Obsidian that someone has to be on it. That would be my guess, but it looks like everyone's kind of coming in for this team fight except Rexar. So, oh man, they completely stepped off of it. The KTZ getting some value here, but it's already dropped. It's like an insta drop here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, the ALO picked it up, dropped it immediately, kept him alive for a few moments there, but ultimately it is going to be a kill. But they also do get the Protector thanks to Rexar staying on that point, and they kill the deer.
Interesting.
Almost maybe even got Silma if only they had a gunner.
So it looks like they're going to take it top. Good strat, typical. Let's see if they try to get the well.
No.
They do miss that E on the entire wall here.
Big oof.
Unfortunate. Yeah, that is an unfortunate stun that was on the gate. Or W from the Protector. I'm not really sure if that does anything, but they still do get the well and they get the full wall. Or they should. So that's good. They can back off here. Both turrets are up, as well as Can't Counterpick Stupid's camp.
And they're going to go ahead and get started on that with Sylvanas. Rexar staying up in the top lane, but it looks like we're going to get a bit of a camp invade maybe here as ETC power sliding in. He's all by himself though, so he's just going to take some free damage out of that Lunara. And here comes Silma to potentially watch the bottom side, but it's 5v4. No Sylvanas. Lunara gets dove on by the bear.
Osprey. Goodbye.
And all of a sudden it's an Animal Planet rerun.
KTZ lives? Oh my gosh, he is truly... Uh-oh, Lucio. Oh no, Lucio. Oh no,
and there goes Sylvanas. Oh man. And there we go now. Level 10's achieved for Almost Legends.
I mean, that's an easy double turret. That's an easy double turret play. I mean, support camp, you still got a minute left. I don't know, that support camp now is going to be oddly timed with the objective. But you know what? At the end of the day, whatever.
Raynor in between Muradin and Urel here. But ultimately, Stukov says, nah. Oh,
Bye.
Damn it. I missed that. I was too busy watching Stukov with his pimp arm.
Bye. I missed it too. I was watching Stukov too.
So, one challenge that we're going to see here right out of the gate.
Hello, Valkamir. Oh boy. What is happening? Muradin, popping Avatar already. Uh-oh. he was sitting in this bush here. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to accomplish there.
Yeah, just vision on the rotation. He thought he'd be okay, but yeah, I mean, with the
Avatar is
stuns
down
there,
now.
that's a problem. Yeah. And an odd fight in the other direction as Rexar coming up here. Kel'Thuzad in the middle. So the thing I was going to mention, Kel'Thuzad only sitting at 13 stacks right now. It's, you know, you're at level 11. If you want to win these fights consistently, you've got to get your Kel'Thuzad stack. But Bog's taking so much damage from
hello.
Lunara.
Bye, Stu. Bye, Ural. Just a note here, you know, ETC taking Mosh, and we have Wailing Arrow, which is down. And I believe, I'm sure Lucio's sound barrier, well, now that it's down, but, you know, if he's not caught in that Mosh, that could be able to mitigate some of that damage. But other than that, I mean, they have Muradin and Sylvanas to block to mitigate that. No, Misha!
Yeah, and eventually they probably will have a level 20 unstoppable on Urel. But Misha's going to go down there, so that's some good value for CCS to be able to clear the Misha. That's one less stun that they have to deal with. You know, I generally like the Mosh, as I mentioned in the last series. You know, it brings so much value, and yeah, there are a couple of ways for them to interrupt it, but... Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't just a Mosh right there. That was...
Yeah.
There it is. Same value, ultimately, but
I mean, he is not... I think Dallying is playing very well. You know, as a squish... I would argue one of the squishier tanks, you know, he is playing very well and getting a lot of value from that ETC here. With... Has he died? No deaths! I mean... Gotta give credit to the healer, of course. But I mean, that's some good play by ETC. Usually, you know, the ETC might go down, but you might trade. So, but Mosh is down, but that was an excellent 3-person Mosh. Got all the right people in it.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Sylvanas is down here. Yeah, I was gonna say just kind of hanging out, but now that she knows the rest of them are up there, and this Raynor could be in an interesting spot if. Yeah, I was gonna say if they're far enough forward to catch him, Raynor dies there, but they weren't, so he's safe.
Yeah, I'm sure his team was ready with the pitchforks if he decided to go in on that.
Yeah, probably. So Wit's End having to pop his speed boost.
Protector
and
complete already.
Already done.
ETC. Sylvanas pursuing the KTZ pretty dang hard, and he goes down.
Yeah.
The Protector is kind of, I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but a little bit. Wasn't really pursuing anything or anyone per se, but is kind of just chilling in the top lane.
Yeah, getting that kill onto Kel'Thuzad makes so much value for CCS to be able to defend this. They don't have quite the same pressure to be able to get a kill.
They're not. Oh, sound barrier goes out to maybe protect the Lunara. Not sure if that was a necessary sound barrier, but I mean, Protector is they got very limited value from it. Didn't even touch the fort, I don't think.
Yeah, I think once the Kel'Thuzad was down, it made it so that it was, you know, ultimately pretty much impossible for them to get anywhere.
I mean, worst case, they could have used, you know, the laser or the guns from at least some distance, get some damage on it. But you know what? I mean, they weren't willing to take that risk, and that's okay. That's totally fine.
Yeah, especially when the people in it were Stukov, Raynor. While they do have a couple of, you know, knockbacks and the pimp arm, it still leaves you vulnerable to, you know, Muradin stun or what have you.
I am surprised, though. I guess Raynor, I mean, would you have put those two in the Protector? I mean, Raynor with Hyperion, I mean, I know they weren't going to go all in on that fort.
So Kel'Thuzad was dead. That leaves you, you know, Stukov, Raynor, ETC, and Rexar. So I think that's probably the best way to go, as Silma gets the power slide pulled in onto the point. And by the way, never really got around to mentioning that she took Sacred Ground, but she did. But drops that turret so she doesn't just give it to the enemy team. if you're gonna die, at least you press your F button, and 16's coming up for CCS. So my point was, I think that they did make the right call. They have the tank, their bruiser available outside to help with stuns, to try to help lock down maybe for some damage from the protector, but also to allow them the potential to get out. They don't.
Exactly.
The enemy team can't just Lunara hop on top of Raynor and kill him. 2
healing items on the side of Almost Legends Obsidian, which can be very, very helpful for the next objective. This is the worst, in my opinion. This one sucks with the double conveyor belt. A little bit rough, but I think those healing items are going to be key. But also, Almost Legends, their turret is up. Oh, Stukov left the game. Rip.
Oh no, and he just got killed. Oh, you hate to see it.
There's been a lot of DCs today. Unfortunate.
All right, well, we'll come back to us.
Please don't. No, I'm just kidding.
Too late. Don't worry. I know that our good friend Weenus just wanted to catch this great glare off the top of my head again.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Exactly.
I need to get a Murda light. Do I have my sunglasses? I don't have my sunglasses. They're in the other room, I guess.
Can we
I don't
roll
even have
back
my regular
like 10
glasses.
seconds?
I have my regular glasses.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, right.
I didn't see exactly where he died.
If you turn it to the stream right now, you can see it. It's probably. Oh no, it flipped already. He died basically at the bottom fort wall, just right there, DC'd, and then boom. Oh, do I have to? No, I'm not referee, so I'm the host, but I'm not the referee, so I can't unpause. I can't even talk to them. Let's see.
We're ready.
Well, hopefully they don't think that we need to.
Yeah, there's been a lot of DC. I mean, that's a DC in every game.
Yep.
We've casted.
This is the first one though that ultimately led to a problem for either team.
Yeah, unfortunate. But you know what? At the end of the day, I really
You really
yeah.
All right.
That was probably the better. I don't want to say the better team, but at the end of the day, they're the ones with the well, I don't know. Can't Counterpick stupid as 2 turrets, and I think Almost Legends Obsidians. Do they still have the double healing item, or did they lose that?
They do still have them. DJ Cold Cuts and Dallying Pig, so both of the frontliners. Well, okay. Rexar's kind of frontline, anyways.
Ish, yeah, definitely. It is a Sailor Moon shirt, by the way.
Nice. Every disconnect. Oh my God, Weenus, you'll die. Don't do it.
No, please don't.
We have 2 or 3.
Stupid pushing the mid wall, giving some really good pressure. I mean, this is looking pretty even. Honestly, for both teams. Both teams have different item advantages. So we'll see how that goes. Valkamar maybe trying to get some damage on this fort.
He's pushing that wall hard.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that was, walls are one of those things where it's like, it's a mixed bag of goods. Either you can get rid of their vision, sure.
This Raynor's like, what's up, homies? Yeah,
but you also make it so that your Lucio doesn't have the same mobility.
I don't know if I would have frontline there. Oh, here comes the
Mosh!
Oh, baby, Murden with the interrupt by KTZ. Nice knowing you, man.
KTZ drops his turret, I think?
Down. He does, yes, I believe.
Oh, and the silence power slide over.
Excellent silence. And the Sacred Ground is out, preventing probably any more death. Wow.
All right.
Looks like on the side of Almost Legends Obsidian, they still have Hyperion, which I'm not sure why they would have needed to use it there, but I mean, they still have that. Good to know going into this next fight. And can't Counterpick stupid down all alts. Urels is already up. Sound barrier's up in 30 seconds. Unfortunate Lucio pick. Unfortunate.
And she's not talking about at the beginning of the game. She means right now, where unfortunately Wits was a little bit far out in the lane, especially knowing that the enemy team was just coming from the turret camp.
Yeah, I am not a fan of of being a front line and where nobody is as a support. I'm not. It scares me a little bit. Sometimes I'm too passive. But yeah, almost Legends Obsidian taking advantage of the fact that Can't Counterpick Stupid is not bottom, so they get another protector.
And not only do they get a protector, they get the third protector, which is oftentimes, this is the one that can end a game, especially if you have a death already.
Oh, Sylvanas. No E, I believe that was down. That's a loss of Wailing Arrow, which is, I think is pretty strong in preventing pursuit once the protector is down. And that's some good damage against the protector. Velcomer going in, trying to maybe make a play. Not quite sure.
Yeah, this is a little tough too without the Sylvanas because she provides that quick, that quick Q damage. Oh, but Velcomer and Wits.
Oh, the sound barrier comes out. Will he make it out? Oh my gosh, Lucio.
But the Mosh hits both of the front line there. Oh, and there's the Kel'Thuzad stun, pulls him in. Power slide, Silma trying to get away with that armor.
How
the
is
dwarf
anyone
toss
alive
away.
right now still? Oh my gosh.
No joke. And Magic Master is going to be the first kill of this team fight.
Oh my gosh, wow. Osprey's like, nah, someone's got to die. I mean, this is what, a third health protector? I mean, can this end?
I don't like it. They don't have Kel'Thuzad, and here comes Sylvanas, and
nope,
they're going to back
up.
out. And that's what they need to do.
Can they kill ETC? That would be a huge kill for Can't Counterpick Stupid. And ETC, oh no, oh, the Stukov heal.
Oh, but he's looking for that death mosh. Yep. But there's nobody there to follow up on it, so it really just helped to slow things down so that they couldn't chase down the team, as now Raynor popping out of that protector.
Raynor's gonna get pursued here, but he will have the protection of Misha, man's best friend.
Yeah, but Misha can't stop all of them.
Uh-oh, Lunara. And Wailing Arrow's out, turret's down.
Boggs in trouble. Is gonna make it out, maybe? Just barely, it looks like?
Oh my gosh.
Can't be much closer than that. So bottom keep going over for Obsidian, and now the invade for Can't Counterpick Stupid. They said, you know what? We're tired of you coming into our stuff. This is our turn. And
there you go.
I would have expected them to go up and get the support camp.
A little bit of an odd, I mean, that's a short enough cooldown, but a little bit of an odd Stukov ult there, but hey, you know what? Whatever.
ETC coming back up now.
Sylvanas trying to, a little bit of a tease.
Yeah, and Sylvanas playing very much like we discussed early in the game, like, hey, I can throw out damage and then I can sneak away, but, she's been caught once or twice. Gotta be really careful there. Oh, now they're gonna go to the support camp now that everybody's alive, and they know that Obsidian has been very aggressive about camp invades. This is a terrible call, I think. And there's the mosh.
PC with the mosh.
Oh, everybody of importance.
Man, that was a risk it for the biscuit, and they did not get the biscuit. Unfortunately, they burned in the oven. Unfortunate. And that's
so that just happened.
That's a support camp. So I think did Dallying Pig end up getting that?
Yeah. So.
Support camp? Okay, I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, there was a lot going on there, and now
They're
they get this
back.
I don't know that I think they just go in for core here. They've got a biotic emitter. They have Raynor. They can do a load of damage. 20 seconds until Lunara's back.
Can't Counterpick Stupid does have 2 turrets. I mean, yeah, maybe with all this damage, they got to get Raynor out of the fight here. But it looks like Lucy O is no more. And Misha, Stukov's like, peace out, dude.
Boggs going straight onto that core, and with that level 20,
I
Lunara's
think, like, nah,
can they
man.
do it?
I don't know.
God, are they gonna save
my
it?
God!
They save it! Holy cow!
Oh my god! Wow, those turrets taking the aggro from the camp. Oh my goodness, they have to be very careful here. They can likely, I'm not sure how long it takes to finish.
Well, they've got Sylvanas here. It takes about 90 seconds for the objective, so
Not even. I mean, they're just pushing. They're like, nah, we running it mid, man.
At the very least, they get this keep because it takes a while to get over here.
Yeah, for sure. 20 seconds left on ETC, who does have Mosh up. They all have all alts up. Can they finish it? Oh my god.
Does this go over for CCS? They're on the core 10 seconds until any damage is up. This could very well be the game in the other direction, but look at those health bars.
Oh, Sylvanas. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so stressful. I mean, they lose. They have to commit. They have to commit.
Oh
and
my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
What a finish.
That's...
What a finish. 6%.
Wow, they had to commit. Hustle, hit, and never quit. That is right. Wow, holy crap. Oh my gosh.
I'm amazed. You know,
wow.
I'm gonna say it. Valkymer's gonna hate me for it, and I'm gonna get hate mail for the rest of my life.
Do it.
I don't think CCS deserved to win that game, but they did because they had that amazing defense at the core. They were able to get the kills on the people they needed to. They had the 2 turrets, so they had the defensive tools. And they did rip that biotic emitter super fast. As soon as that was dropped, it was gone.
I think, yeah, I mean, they traded, what, a couple walls? So, I mean, they didn't get one objective, I don't think. Did they? They even get an objective?
No, they did not. All 3 objectives went over to Obsidian.
I mean, we always talk about how objectives win games, but oh man, like I don't know. But you know what? Props to them. They committed all the way. I mean, could almost Legends Obsidian have finished? I mean, if they fully committed 100% to the core, could they have won?
Yeah, and that's a tough call, right? They had Raynor on it the whole time. I'm going to put us back on our main screen. You can talk about stats and stuff still, but they still had, you know, Kel'Thuzad was dead, so, you know, that puts you in a tough spot. You have your heal camp, you have the double turret camp on the other side, so it was a tough place for them to be in, but ultimately, I don't see any reason they can't make that happen, but somehow the 3-man defense coming in and
I mean,
MVP.
Sylvanas has
all the
Merc
way.
Queen. Sylvanas had Merc Queen with 2 turrets, and I'm not sure. It all happened so fast. I'm not gonna lie. When did they drop them? I mean, that could have been I don't know. That could have made a difference. I'm not sure. That was just very. I mean, 2 turrets versus, you know, what if they didn't have those 2 turrets? They probably, I don't know, I would argue they would have lost, potentially.
Probably.
I don't know where all the damage came from. We'd have to look back at their death reports, and I don't know if Almost Legends Obsidian would want us to have those, but I don't, that was, I mean, I'm a little stressed out, I'm not gonna lie. That was
intense. That was quite a finish to a game, so... now if you're Almost Legends after that game where you feel like that is a heartbreaking loss because you know that you won that game and then you just threw it away. Now I'm not saying they did anything necessarily wrong. Of course, you'd have to go back, watch the replay, see, you know, could somebody have done something slightly different to get that 6% on the core. The 6% is what, like 2k health maybe?
Yeah.
You know, so that requires a little bit of evaluation. But it's heartbreaking because you make the call, you go for it, which if you make the call, obviously you got to, right? You got to go for it 100%. But if you get there, you do it, and then you come up short, and then you have to watch as they cross the entire map, and then they have to kill the keep, and then they take forever. And it's almost worse when your timer is coming up. You're watching your death timer, and you're watching the core, and you're like, 5 seconds, I can do this. I'm gonna be the last minute on the, you know, bases loaded grand slam potential like moment, and then you don't even get a shot because they kill the core right there.
I mean, like I wrote in my article, people try to identify like the one moment, the one decision that could have changed it all, when in reality, I think the protector that they took top, that they ended up when KTZ was dead, they literally got nothing out of. Yeah, they got the Lucio ult, but I mean, Lucio's ult was up before the next team fight anyway. They could have done some damage on the fort, maybe gone to another fort, maybe tried to push another lane or something, or split up, maybe, and try to get some soak. But and maybe in those team fights that they were a little chaotic, I think they had some trouble focus targeting in some of those team fights. I mean, Sylvanas is slippery as hell, and Lucio is too. So I think maybe they had a little bit of difficulty focus targeting near the end of the game there. I'm not sure though. I think we can join off of them. Oh,
yeah,
no,
I was just inviting you.
Thanks.
So we're gonna go to Infernal Shrines next.
Woo! Cool. I'll 1v5 them. Bring it on. Who wants to see a 1v5? I'm just kidding. I'm just
All right.
kidding.
So it sounds like, let me just double check here. I think we're gonna have a short break. East. IND? No, IND is right there. So I guess we're not. I was gonna say we may take a quick break.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ripper in chat. Poor building damage other than Raynor. I mean,
yeah.
At the end of the day, the only way to get to the core is you gotta hit structures, right?
Right.
So.
Did anybody actually, just out of curiosity, did anybody see what Kel'Thuzad's level 20 was? Because if you take the
it was the fissure. I'm pretty sure it was the updated.
the level 20 upgrade for Shadow Fissure?
I believe. Oh wait, please swap me to observer.
Yeah, because if you take the I don't remember the minion, I don't remember what it's called, but if you take that at level 20, Kel'Thuzad suddenly can just melt buildings.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they took
easy.
the upgraded level 20. I need to like
Yeah, Kelladorn saying Fisher's the wrong call. I agree. I mean, there are times where I can see it making sense, you know, where and sense is still kind of in air quotes.
Sure.
But oh shit, they made me the host. Silma with Butte.
I'm kidding.
Derp.
Yeah, no, yeah, Kel, I was just saying that's what it took. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm not sure. I know that upgraded level 10s tend to be like good picks. But yeah, I'm not that shade, is that what it's called? Seems to be you guys like my new Twitch glass here?
That's actually pretty cool.
Sporting the Twitch glass here. I was gonna wear a Twitch shirt, but then I was like,
you thought you would go Sailor Moon. I mean, I can see the value. Okay,
oh my God.
so
Okay, I need to drink some water after that. Holy crap. I need a nap.
Osprey. Okay, this is on the right side. Okay. 3, 2, 1. You need a nap?
Yes.
We've only been casting for like 4 hours. Get over it. Jeez.
Oh my God, I'm so sleepy. I'm just kidding.
So there you go. By the way, 4 hours, first time casting. Quite
yeah,
a.
no, this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Great games. I mean, honestly, there weren't any true. I wouldn't really say there were true blowouts. Yeah, there were 2-0s, but every game was good. I think there were some really great plays.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting. Kelladorn double, yeah.
Not surprised. You know what? There was a lot of chat again earlier about ETC Raynor being bans against Obsidian.
There it goes.
And they
Rip.
started it up.
Okay, so hold on. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be a good co-caster and write these down. Bands.
Yep. Please do your job. You gotta earn the money that I'm not paying you.
Yeah. If you want to donate to my channel, I'm just kidding. But literally, if you think I'm funny, I do stream. Here's a plug for my personal stream. Okay, so we're seeing Joanna again from Almost Legends Obsidian. Orphea. Oh man.
It's too bad. I like
there
Orphea.
It is. I love Orphea.
And the Gul'dan. So Gul'dan
again.
I can understand that here.
Consistent bans coming out of Almost Legend Obsidian. Okay, Joe and Gul'dan. Well, Ana is available, which makes me very happy. But
we'll see if they take it.
Lunara being picked first. I'm not sure about the shrine clear potential here. I mean, he did play excellent last game. I don't play Lunara. I tried her once and I said, how do you play this character? And I never played her again.
Well, it's easy.
Rainer,
you see, all you have to do as Lunara is put your wisp in a bush and then go stand in that same bush.
All right, noted.
They'll never expect it. So we do see Diablo Rainer. So a couple of knockback potential. Diablo getting loads of value on this map with a wall all around him. Lunara, you were talking about the shrine clear. So Lunara has pretty decent shrine clear, especially if she goes, splintered spear. She can kill the minions pretty quickly. Jaina also, can clear them quickly with gathering them together.
I mean, I think in something that is overlooked is having the potential to poke. Sometimes you may lose one or two people in a team fight, and yeah, you have to retreat. But having the potential to, maybe pick a couple over the grate or the wall or whatever. And so Jaina is able to do that. I'm not sure if Lunara's whatever the flower thing is called.
Spores? Something spores? Crippling spores is the W. Noxious spores or something like that.
Might be noxious, yeah.
It's noxious bloom, I think, is her Q.
He's practicing to be a tryhard.
Dang, Caledorn with the shade up here.
Oh man, loving that shade talent on KTZ and throwing it right back. And we have the Ana ban. No, stop. And a Deckard ban. Lucio coming out. Oh man, wait, we got a swap here. Are we gonna see another swap? Are we gonna see a Stukov coming from Counterpick Stupid here?
We could. Stukov would work well here.
Rexar seems to be
cold cuts, liking that half ogre.
I mean, I'm always down for more peel. I tell people that I play with this, I'd rather have more peel. I think it ends up being better in the long run. But you know what? Doesn't always work. But I think Rexar's been great. I think the peel's been great. I think they've been getting some value from it. Rhaegar, and Chen.
So we go from Yrel to Chen. So two solo lane heroes that up until a couple weeks ago were not really found in the meta that often, unless your name was B-Train. And even then, it was only a ban.
I mean, I'm trying to think. So you might have to help me out on this, like I said. Oh, the KTZ. He's like, man. I'm coming back for you. Rhaegar, I am... What is the value in this comp?
Which one?
I mean, Rhaegar as a healer.
Oh, yeah.
What is the added value? I mean,
I assume what they're looking at is they have the cleanse potential for all of those stuns, because there's quite a few of them. but also the Ancestral for Chen. So Chen can be hyper aggressive into this team. He's going to have his Stagger, which delays damage incoming for 3 seconds. He can shield, which again, Diablo, Raynor, like lots of ways to interrupt that shield, which makes me kind of hesitant about the Chen pick, if I'm being serious. But the Ancestral helps to negate if that happens. Now, an interesting... I can't wait. I might actually get to see it for the first time. An interesting interaction between Lunara and Chen is that Chen, his Stagger becomes a damage over time effect. So they can do 100% of his health and eventually will kill him from Stagger. But Lunara at level 13 can abolish magic, which removes all CCs from both her and whichever hero she targets, and also damage over time effects. So if Chen is really good at Stagger, he could potentially coordinate with Lunara, and that's a short cooldown. It's like 20 or 30 seconds. So
Interesting.
let's introduce teams.
Oh, okay, go for it. You pick first.
All right, so for blue, we've got Magic Master on Kel'Thuzad. Indecisive is going to play Lucio this round. DJ Cold Cuts on Rexar, Dallying Pig on Diablo, and Boggs on Raynor.
And on the red team, can't counterpick stupid, we've got Valkymer on Anubarak, Osprey on our favorite Doe, Lunara, RTB on Jaina, Wits End on Rhaegar, and Silma on Panda Chen.
And Indecisive on Lucio there, almost making the exact same mistake that we saw in game 1, being too far ahead from, this time from the other team, of course. And almost getting caught out and killed. Had to hearth because he only had a little bit over 100 health.
Yeah, well, and interesting to note that he did take Accelerando, which Repsychic basically makes me take every time, instead of Party Mix, which is what he took in the first game. Which I'm surprised because, I mean, both maps have pretty decent walls around the point and really good stun potential, so we'll see a change up there from Lucio in terms of build. Jaina going Frostbolt extra range here. Is that for the Valkymer? Lucio.
Yeah, both of them, they're getting a little bit low, and Lunara popping that Crippling Spores to slow down the Lucio, but he has enough healing to keep himself alive. I imagine the extra range is to help counter the range that Boggs has on Raynor, and also to keep her as far away from Diablo and Rexar as possible. And yeah, as Caledorn's pointing out, Lucio was on the other team, of course. Valkymer just missing Magic Master there. And I don't know if, even if he'd caught him, I don't know that they would have been able to kill him, but level 4 is coming up for both teams. And it is going to be Nature's Culling, getting that additional damage to the minions and monsters on the camp. Actually, is it monsters as well? Non-heroes, even better.
Nope.
So anything, structures, monsters, minions, wells, all of it.
Jaina and Lunara almost getting the bottom tower there.
Yeah, very close. First Punisher of the game coming up, as Rhaegar is going to get started on the red camp here for CCS. First Punisher is going to be Arcane.
And Lucio ignoring that Wisp, just saying, no, we don't care.
You know, as you do.
If you see the Wisp, kill the Wisp.
Yeah, especially Lucio, right? Like, that doesn't even cost you anything.
It doesn't dismount you or anything. So it
Love
looks like
me
no
some
one has
Lucio
started
memes.
the... Oh, Jaina. Jaina's like, nah, I'm starting. RTB already on it. Having to back away a little bit. Lucio being a little bit... There you go, backs off. Jaina waiting for the team.
And this time now, Misha coming back in to keep her busy.
Lucio a little low. Chen trying to finish him off, but...
Root landing onto RTB in the back there, having to pull back away to make sure that she doesn't get sent back to Dalaran or Kultiras.
Arcane Intellect on Jaina here.
Just missed the root on that one for Kel'Thuzad, but it's going to be Lunara who gets dove, flipped, and turned into venison. Huh?
Good one.
A little bit of deer jerky up in here.
I'm a little skeptical of this Jaina build,
though,
to be honest.
smashed into the wall.
Does get some little bit more frostbite stacks. Not quite much here.
So choking Pollen the pick instead of Splintered Spear, a little bit surprising.
And Lucio taking reverse amp, which should help out a little bit on the damage front.
Cleanse used there on the Anubarak to keep him from getting pummeled and getting that speed boost out of his W talent level 4.
Get the damn bear!
Yeah, there's the stun. One more shot does the trick. And Chen might have been looking there for Kel'Thuzad.
I mean,
ultimately
Raynor
changed
just
his mind.
chilling bot lane here. Uh-oh. And pieces out before anything bad happened.
You know, if you said uh-oh at about, I don't know, like 1 octave higher, it would sound just like ICQ. And
What?
you're probably too young to recognize that.
Who?
ICQ?
Oh, I thought... I don't know why I thought you were talking about ID to Cutie Pie. I was like, the fuck,
No,
dude?
no. ICQ was, you know, it's an ancient chat program, kind of like Facebook Messenger, but there's Jaina getting caught by
Jaina
Diablo.
again! Oh,
And-
man.
We saw RTB was very aggressive the last game on the Sylvanas, but Sylvanas has an escape. Jaina has a walk.
Still has not picked a level 7, and they are level 9. They will soon to be level 9 here. I don't know. I think like we saw in the first game we casted earlier today, you know, the aggression on the Jaina was purely to get stacks. And really, it ended up working out for them, but I'm not quite sure they're getting much for this aggression trade here, as she only has maybe 200 more frostbite stacks than about 45 seconds ago.
Yeah. Wait, did one of us drop an F-bomb?
Oops. Was that me?
Probably. I didn't think I did, but Silma in a little bit of danger there with loads of stagger is going to pop the shield to stay alive. And thank you, Weenus. We'll do our absolute best to keep this within the rated
Family
PG-13.
friendly. You can drop one.
That's your
Pretty sure
one.
it's
Yeah, that's
Oh,
your
boy.
one.
All right, guys.
Well, I should say that's our one. Now I get 0.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Hopefully our interview goes well.
We have APOC from Diablo, and Hyperion, typical from Raynor, and Water Ellie from Jaina.
Indeed. So Lunara taking Leaping Strike, so she's got that brief moment of unstoppable. Also a little bit of extra damage. We do see that top camp getting pulled by Obsidian so that they're ready to go for this bottom shrine. And this is going to be a frozen Punisher, so they should easily be able to knock out that bottom fort. In fact, they could go get it now. I don't think they have the idea that they're so open right now. And Chen looks like is going to stay back, clear the shaman camp, and then allow their shaman camp to get value.
Jeez, KTZ is scaring me a little bit. They don't have their DPS there, can't really do much about it. No, they have Jaina, but... Why can't I see everybody in chat right now? Or in game right now? There you go, I got Fog of War open.
Oh yeah, because you targeted one of the players. If you do like the easiest thing, just target one of the players, like 1 and then E.
Jaina again with this aggression from the side. It's not working out.
Stormworth and Fire Pop to try to get the damage on the
KTZ
Kel'Thuzad.
down.
Anubarak just a little bit too late on that that ancestral healing, but does get the cocoon onto Dallying Pig. But
Rexar being
ultimately 2
abused
for 1.
by the panda. All right, let's see what they get here.
So they definitely get this fort easily. They probably get the wall, and Anubrak's going to be up soon. They don't have Kel'Thuzad, so
Chen's just saying,
Chen's in
screw
the
it,
middle.
I'm going to soak.
Yeah, trying to get caught up. They're almost 3/4 of a level behind at this point.
Watch the jump.
And Jaina being the one to take the jump, getting the healing from Rhaegar. And there goes the fort being shut down. Lucio leading the charge. So they do just get the wall, and Chen here with the flank. But Misha...
I mean, you got rip animal abuse. That's not very nice.
Misha just left behind there, I think, to slow their advance. She did take that, I don't know the name of it, Burning Fire, Wildfire Bear. So she does have that AoE damage, which ultimately could have slowed down the team if they had mounted up to.
They have 2 camps they could be taken, and I'm a little surprised that Can't Counterpick Stoop is just like, nah, we taking your camp.
Yeah, especially since they're down a level.
Not a huge fan of this engage. KTZ is not quite there yet. Diablo's in the cocoon, but he is quickly out. Osprey getting abused by this bear. Oh my god, the camp. Oh my god, nerf the camp, please.
Magic Master up above gonna go down.
Indecisive's like, I'm gonna 1v1 this Chen.
Ancestral being popped onto Rhaegar. Chen trying to stay alive. Does pop a Storm Within Fire, but it is just not quick enough. And now Jaina getting dove.
Cleanse. I don't know what the cooldown on that is.
70? 60
seconds, yeah. So
yeah,
it
it's a
should
little
be
different
by the
for each
next
one.
team fight. But that's an easy camp here for almost Legends Obsidian here.
And that was a awkward engage for CCS. They kind of came in trying to chase down into Obsidian, and Obsidian didn't even have Kel'Thuzad, so it wasn't necessarily a terrible fight for them to take, although they weren't quite 13 when they started it. They did have the cocoon, but as mentioned, it went away really quickly.
I think that they did not take advantage of the fact that KTZ was not there. I think they could have, if they would have focused one person to kill, I think they would have been able to. Okay, the cocoon goes out.
And this might be it. If they have a little
sound barrier
closer.
from Lucio. Yep. Okay, there we go. Massive healing coming out from Lucio. Diablo doing his best to protect his teammates.
Yeah, now they've got it back out. Chen's low, Valkymer's low. Somehow Magic Master lives through all that.
That was a nice sound barrier. I think it was I don't want to say a little late because it ended up being okay, but you know.
Not only that, keep in mind Rexar was in the mid lane pushing this whole time with that camp until the very end. So they get another fort out of that.
I think this objective is key, and I think if Can't Counterpick Stupid here maybe takes this objective, it could be a turnaround for them. But they have to be careful where they engage. I mean, almost Legends is already 16.
Yeah, I don't think that they go into this. And they're not. They're gonna. They got the camp, so they get that kind of reverse defense pressure, and they just have to start getting value anywhere else they can on the map. They have a Nubrak, so they've got beetles. It's not hyper urgent for them to wait.
That is a hard push here.
It has to be. They don't have 16s. Their trickle XP is behind by 40%, now just 20%.
They're going for a wall here, and they get it. No one's going back from the side of almost Legends Obsidian. Now they're starting to go back once they can secure the objective. And they're not able to secure a keep, but they're able to at least secure the wall.
Yeah, and that's probably, you know, as much as you could have hoped for. You're almost 16. You pulled the team back. Yeah, they're going to have pressure in the top lane, but...
Uh-oh.
I don't know about the camp. That was risky.
I mean, they got it. They got it quickly. I think it prevents... Yeah, I think that's just extra pressure, although I think it's an easy clear for Can't Counterpick.
It is.
Here.
It helps them to get 16. I think
that... have a lot of pressure here from this camp.
I think if Obsidian hearts back, leaves one person to finish, they all die there.
Yeah, no,
But they
for
didn't.
sure. It looks like Almost Legends is going to clean up the rest of the camps here.
And Rexar by himself here. The full might of Rhaegar, Chen, and apparently that's it.
Lucy, I don't really know if that was necessary, but that's all right. It's a short, relatively short.
But they don't have it for the engage they're about to take. Lunara's not here.
And the Hyperion goes out. Chen in the back line on the Rainer. He's just like beating him.
Oh, they got the interrupt on Stormwrath and Fire. It's going to be a dead Panda.
Ancestral out on Valkymer, I believe.
Oh, look at the blizzard damage. Osprey jumping over with that leaping strike is able to make it out.
They got to recover. There we go.
So much healing, preventing that Jaina root and blizzard combo from just destroying all of the blue health bars.
Yeah, and I mean, Almost Legends took the time to push out each lane before they did that engage. And Jaina, I believe, is dead here. Yep.
Indeed. And
Lucio is probably, hopefully, maybe gonna live, but no sound barrier, unfortunate. Come on, Lucio. Live!
looks like he does survive that.
Oh no! No!
Oh, the W, the crippling spores.
That is so unfortunate. 47 seconds for Lucio. I don't know, 20 seconds left on Jaina. I don't think the objective's gonna spawn. So Lucio should be able to be in this next team fight here.
Yeah, I agree. And they're still closer to level 20, our Obsidian. So this is still an opportunity for them to, you know, make big plays going into the end of this game here. But the problem is that all of the XP is on the other half of the map. It's all in CCS's favor. They can safely soak the minions that are coming in and make their way. And because of that, they gained about a half level of catch-up XP.
Yep. I mean, they are, yeah, they can safely soak that 20. Can't counterpick, really trying to poke down that fort. All right, this objective's a big one here. And
yeah,
unfortunately for Can't Counterpick is right next to their tower, and they have a well if they need it. But it looks like they're maybe gonna opt for the camp to put that pressure top lane.
Yeah, not only that, but they're still fairly behind in XP, so they're working toward getting that level 20, and everything that they can get helps them in that endeavor.
Yep.
I kind of expect them to come in, yeah, but oh no, they're doing it without half their team and all of their damage.
And it looks like Rhaegar is he's gonna get stunned by the Lucio, and the Ancestral comes out to save himself. That's a big ult not there for the rest of that team fight. But Elemental just, oh my god, APOC coming out. Jaina's staying distance from the bear. Never mind, she's all up in the bear's face.
Panda's coming out, and now we've got a big root onto Lucio here, but he is going to be able to dive away, but Rhaegar's going to catch him in the back.
Rhaegar's like, nah, dude.
Elemental goes down. Valkymer trying to chase down Boggs, but ultimately is going to get pushed back.
I think that engage could have been a lot smoother if they would have done it together in a more consistent approach. But you know what? It worked out. Lucio's dead for 40 seconds. They're able to get hopefully 2 camps in the 2 camps in the objective. So that's a good amount of pressure mid and bot lane.
We do see Might of the Scourge, that upgraded Shadow Fisher again. So, you know, I don't know. If you can keep somebody locked down for long enough, then maybe that provides value. But it's just, especially on a map like this where you've got the minions and everything, you can get so much value out of that Death and Decay.
For sure.
That second cast. It's absolutely huge.
With the I mean, that's assuming that something like an APOC hits, because, I mean, 1.5 seconds, that's dodgeable. That is very dodgeable. And Lucio taking Bossa Nova, which is excellent. 30-second sound barrier, so he is free to be as liberal, and I don't mean politically, with these sound barriers. So.
So the Punisher's almost dead here. Only half of the keep down though. There's that sound barrier, and Silma right up in front.
I would. Lucio's in the cocoon.
Misha's
Do you
stunning
back
on
off
Osprey,
here?
but
why?
I don't think they can win unless they can get a kill.
Lucio's going down. Late sound barrier. Oh
And-
my gosh, this might cost him.
Yeah, and Raynor's going to be the next kill. Magic Master looking to be the third kill, getting that Shadowfisher out. Dowling Pig going to back away, save his KDA, as it looks like this is going to be another game going over to Can't Counterpick Stupid.
I mean, they gotta focus the core here, if they want that to happen. They can't be messing around.
Yeah, they don't have great siege for the core, but you know, Lunara just zipping all over the place, making it happen. Look at those health bars.
Oh my god, you got your tanks doing damage to the core. Props to the tanks. They're hitting the core. Hit the damn core!
Right?
Just like you guys should all read the article.
Push your buttons on the core.
There you go.
Right click the core.
Look at these damage numbers. I mean, almost Legends Obsidian. Highest is 40k, and that's coming out of Raynor. I mean, Jaina with 71,000. I mean, like I said, I think damage numbers are a little bit misleading here. But you know what? Early on, I don't know. I was a little skeptical about Jaina, but you know what? I guess the aggression ended up working out late game, as we ended up seeing in our previous match.
All right, so we're gonna get joined by Valcomer here. So let's go ahead and hop over into an NGS lobby. Let's find one open. Let's go to lobby 5 this time. As I accidentally go into the. Well, at first I went to the AFK channel, and I don't think that's going to work. So, welcome. We are joined by Valcomer of Can't Counterpick Stupid. Congratulations on your victory, sir.
Well, thank you.
So, I gotta tell you, not the cleanest wins.
No.
Tell me how you felt. So, okay, so let's go back to game 1. Let's start there. You're at the end of game 1. Your core is going down. You have 3 people alive. I believe it was Sylvanas and the tank and the healer, who I can't remember who they were.
Muradin,
what's going on?
Sylvanas.
I think that sounds about right.
And 2 turrets for the win.
And 2 turrets with Merc Queen, yes.
We actually thought we had lost. We were playing pretty sloppy that game. We got caught in multiple moshes. We decided to try to take every camp in the most reckless way possible. And who needs to be 5? So we actually thought we were done. And we had the miracle finish there. And it was just, we got to go core. It's our only hope. They can backdoor and finish with just Hyperion. They don't even need the rest of them. So it was a good core call by RTB, and I'm glad that he brought us all the clarity. It was a good follow-up call by Silma to say, no, I'll clear, everybody else get there. And he had the traveling with Urel on Divine Steed, I believe, to catch up to us afterwards. And yeah, thank you, Merc Queen. Thank you, turrets.
Well, and it's interesting you point out the challenge that you had with taking fights kind of in awkward places, initiating fights, or, you know, getting initiated on, and also taking those camps, you know, at maybe not necessarily the most ideal of times, because you also had a little bit of that in game 2, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I don't want this to come across as an attack on our opponent. They did a good job on exploiting when we were playing bad today. We really, it came down to, we won the last team fights and won the game. But both maps, they out macroed us, they out team fought us for the most part, and we weren't staying together as 5. They were pushing their advantages better than we were. We just won the last team fight twice.
Yeah, I think at the end of that first game that Butte and I were talking about it, and I think I said specifically, something along those lines. I think I said that ultimately Obsidian won that game. They just didn't quite finish what they needed to, because they did everything, generally speaking, other than disconnecting. They did everything, correctly in that process.
That felt so bad.
It did not lose them. That did not lose them the game at all.
Oh,
Like,
no,
yeah, it
certainly
feels
not.
bad, but like, yeah, I don't think that had any.
We gave them far more kills than Indecisive gave us right there.
That's true. That's true.
Rip.
And
So-
they capitalized on it well. So I think that they played well. Props to Silma on our team for saying in game 2, in his nice way of just like, hey guys, we got a group and we're in this. And then we almost screwed it up again right after that. But we grouped and we won a team fight and we pushed all the way through.
So what was if you're looking back across these 2 games, what was your favorite moment? What was your play of the game? So to speak.
My favorite moment was probably having the Lunara poison finish off Lucio when he thought he was safe. Because I was like, oh, I can't see him anymore. You gotta wait. Dang it. Boom.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you'll see the exact same thing happening with the casters. Yeah, I think Lucio's okay here. He's got plenty of health. He's out. He's dead.
Well, it was just he had enough health to last through the poison, and then it just it was gone. Like all of it was just gone, and oh man, I'm sure that was a fire in your guys' hearts.
Yeah, so that was one of my favorite moments, was watching that. Bing, we got him.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be the big flashy plays. Sometimes it's just the over the shoulder, grenade that finishes the kill that makes you feel so much better. So after game 1, you guys were initially on the back foot, 6% on the core. You end up winning the game. You're going into game 2. How high of a ride how high of a ride are you feeling at that point?
We really liked that they picked maps that were normally suited to us, even if we played them poorly, and they beat the snot out of us. Well deserved. Like they did great. I'm not trying to take away anything from them. We got lucky, and despite our mistakes, we won the game. So we were kind of excited. We were interested to see what they were going to let us have. I'm okay with them banning Joe. Everyone, you can ban Joe all season. She's great. I love her, and I will pick her plenty. But if you want to ban Joe, that means you're not looking at the rest of my team.
Boom.
So keep banning Joe.
Well, you've heard the gauntlet thrown, and of course, gauntlet thrown a little bit earlier today in Div C chat, in a little bit of a different way, though, saying that you guys said, hey, you know what, we'll let you play your preferred heroes, because we see you complaining about how nobody lets you play them. We'll let you play them, and you did. And you saw, pretty solid play out of the Raynor ETC combo, as you mentioned.
Dallying Pig and Boggs. I mean, there's a reason they like them, but it's also not immune.
Of course. Oh yeah, absolutely. You guys, you came back, you made it work. And let's not make it sound like it was the ALO show that just happened to end with CCS. You guys had some, favorable team fights. You were doing things in many cases in the right place, right? You pre-16, you go out, you clear up that I think it was mid fort. You get a mid keep wall, like doing the things you need to stay in the game, so that you could ultimately make that final play to win. So you guys still played a good game.
Their Punisher did not get any more value than the 5 of us pushing that mid lane.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We got just as much wall as they did, and we caught up in experience for it, and they were chasing us around the map. So I want to say that was a combination of RTB and Wits that made that call, but it was absolutely the right call. We ran with it and made it work.
I think you guys, I don't want you to sell yourself short. I think you've been very kind to your opponents, but I think you're beating yourself up a little bit. I think one thing that differentiated you guys was that you were able, like, you committed 100% to things. You went in with certainty. Like, you made a call and you went with it. There wasn't a bunch of, like, walking around, kind of just, like, uncertainty. You guys went to it, you committed, and you finished. And yeah, it seemed like, ALO was, oh great, we're at 6%, but like you said, like you cannot give up. It is not the end until it says 0% and you've lost. And you guys definitely never played like you were behind. You always played like you were looking for an opportunity. So I think that props to you guys, and props to your team. It seems like you're getting a lot of feedback from everybody. Do you guys have like a designated shot caller, or is it kind of just somebody makes a call and you go with it? I'm curious about your dynamic.
So we are trying to improve upon our team communication, calling out enemy positions, things like that. It's something that that was our point in our last match, was every moment we're calling out where they are. We've got some people with some great MOBA experience, and even though tonight I wanted to beat the living piss first out of ALO, not for them being anybody beside my opponent tonight, and then second, my nephew RTB, because his great MOBA knowledge kept him from some of my calls, it felt like, from my opinion. But his MOBA knowledge also came in to where, hey, we're down, let's go over here. And so having that strength on everybody, being able to talk and being able to work through it, I think is one of our strengths. With RTB getting tied up in school and such, I've become more of the shot caller, but we do best when everybody is the eyes and ears and mouth.
Good. It's just interesting because some teams have it designated and some teams don't. And I think it shows with the level of certainty that you guys have, that you're all committing. And but yeah, props to you for not giving up. I think that says a lot about you guys as a team. And I mean, both teams put on a great game from both sides. So it was exciting to cast and to watch. So.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think we've got a great group. I don't mean to be too hard on my nephew. He's actually great. He was here tonight and he played well. I just got to tease him a little bit. But we love having him part of the team. We've got a great team. And even though Wono thinks there's 100 of us, there's really only about 20. But I like having the flexibility of rotating people in and being able to play at a variety of times, because we've got the squad for it, and being able to have where we don't have one of our starters, quote unquote, but we've got someone who can immediately fill in and play a role and play it well, I think is a great strength for us. So props to everybody.
Well, sounds good. So before we let you go, as is tradition, we're going to give you the floor. You know the drill. I'm not going to tell you who to talk to. You're going to do it anyway.
Hi, Mom.
Aww.
My mom is directly or indirectly responsible for 3 of tonight's players. So, hi, Mom.
Fair enough.
Thank you to the entire team. Again, I think that your strengths made it work tonight. And so for each and every one of you, whether it's Silma locking down the solo lane, whether it's Osprey pumping out damage, whether it's RTB showing flexibility in different picks and different roles and map awareness, or if it's Wits just constantly being one of the best healers in Division C, we made it happen because we're a team. So thanks to Almost Legends Obsidian for being there and making a great show of it. I think we had a great game, and we would love to play again. We like these midnight Eastern games. So, and thank you, of course, to NGS and our casters. So, and my last word tonight will be for Pigeon Stitches. You're next.
That's 2 words.
Oh man. Oh, Aero. God, you are just. This is why you're bald. How dare you? How dare you? You can have one phrase, and you did it. How dare you, Aero?
Oh wow. Valkyrie, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. I'm glad that you had the opportunity to get cast in a live format tonight. Please
thanks
share
for
with your
staying up late
team.
and playing with us.
Yeah,
or
for sure.
casting us or whatever.
Our
Have
pleasure.
a,
Well, my pleasure at least.
It's gonna get spicy in here. Let's go ahead and end the night on a good note here. You have a great evening, and tell your entire family who plays HOTS with you that we appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good night.
All right, so with that, Wits End over here. Longest interview ever. I mean, you put Aero, Butte, and Valkymer in a chat. What do you think's gonna happen? 30 minutes later, we're still going.
Man, we should have budgeted more time.
I mean, I have nothing better to do than hopefully go to sleep sometime soon. But chat, it's been wonderful getting to cast for you guys tonight. Butte, you had an absolutely fantastic debut. I hope that you enjoyed it and you'll do it again.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you guys for being so kind. I appreciate it. Any feedback is welcome. Thank you, Aero, for being my first main caster. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my, it did get all after dark here.
And no, seriously, and thank you to all the teams. Everyone's working really hard. All the games are great. All the teams are classy that I've seen. Love to see it. So yeah, and props to NGS for keeping this game alive. That's all I gotta say.
Of course, without NGS, Heroes of the Storm would of course have gone the way of the dodo. Last couple of bits coming in from Slexia and Moist Weenus. Moist Weenus still just a little bit ahead. Actually, a little bit more than a little bit ahead.
What are you talking about?
He's ahead by more than the 1 point. He took the lead with the 1 point, but stayed ahead. So thanks again, everybody, for stopping by, and the bits to Slexia and Moist Weenus. A few of you guys with the follows. Ogle. Let's see. We had Weenus, Red, Kelladorn, all with the subs for that match. We appreciate you, and we'll see you again soon. My schedule is going to be posted in just a moment.
Yes, I'm on the board.
There we go. Oh, and Butte Holiday coming in with the 10 bits. Makes it on top. Oh, look at all the waves.
You get my last 10 bits.
There we go. So schedule coming up tomorrow. We've got a game, Who Knows Gaming versus Uncomfortably Numb in B West.